Good morning, Coach Scotty here with a daily mindset video. And this one's powerful. I'm going to talk about the reticular activating system, but before I get to that, listen, I want to acknowledge that a lot of us are in fear right now. A lot of people are freaking out. And I know I've joked that I've been marinating in stress for a while. And we have been. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that's very real. And this isn't the subject of today's video, but I just want to address it first because it's what's top of mind for so many people. Let me relax you for a second in one sense. Maybe it's stressful, but you need to understand something. We're worried about dying from the coronavirus or whatever. Like, the death rate of human beings is 100%. Everybody dies. And that's not what we seek. That's not what we want. I almost died 5 years ago, and I'm really glad that I didn't, because I've gotten to experience the richest of life in many directions, and I'm glad I'm still here. And we all want to still be here. We all want to be healthy and vibrant and strong, and I get that. I'm not trying to take it away from that, but everybody's so afraid that the coronavirus is so bad, and the media is lying to you to get ratings. They are. The death rate to the coronavirus is less than 1%. And some of you are like, no, what is it? It said it was 4. Listen, there are some real medical doctors out there that are doing some real studies. That cruise ship, that famous cruise ship where they wouldn't let anybody off, and there was people on the Princess cruise ship from Japan, and they were on that cruise ship for 2 weeks. All of them. And there was 4,000 people on that cruise ship. And they didn't know about the coronavirus at first. And everybody touched everything all the time before they knew they had this thing going on. And I'm reading off a medical doctor's report. Only 20% of the people on the cruise ship tested positive. And they tested everybody because they all existed in a bubble. They were on a cruise ship with nowhere to go. Nobody could leave. There was nobody coming in. It was a controlled environment, which in medicine is brilliant. Now, only 20% got the coronavirus of 4,000 people in an isolated condition with all manner of everything. And they were all sharing all the things. Now, given that, only 8 people passed away, which sucks, and they were all over 75. And a lot of them had pre-existing conditions. So when you look at the scope of our whole population, there are people saying that 70% of our population is going to get this. That's just not true. It isn't. And the numbers coming out of Korea are supporting that. And listen, you got to understand, media they're looking for ratings. If they find a little minutia of almost fact, they're going to just give her because they want you to listen. And this is where we come to our reticular activating system. And this is where we have to be careful. We have to have a goalie that's protecting us against all of this garbage right now, because stress makes your immune system plummet, and then you are vulnerable to everything, not just the coronavirus, but everything, because the seasonal flu is still going around too. Coughs and colds are still going. Everything is still here. They didn't stop so that we could have this one disease. This is all still going on. So we have to take care of ourselves in a lot of different ways. So what is the reticular activating system? Listen, the reticular activating system is how your brain processes information. It's how your brain sorts everything. Right? Like when you're scrolling on Facebook, your brain is programmed to look for things you want to see, or that you recognize, or that you know. And we realize this even early in life. So teaching my son to read, we would teach him a word, and then we would have a book, and we would have him look around to find that word, because he knows that word. You start with something like the, or mom, or dad, or dog, right? And he just looks, and when he sees that word, he knows that word, and he would say, dog, yes, congratulations, that's awesome. And then we would teach him a new word, and a new word, and a new word, and a new word. That's how we learn to read. That's how we learn to do all of these things. And that stays with us. Like, if you love puppies, you will see puppies and dogs everywhere you go. And Facebook helps with it because they have algorithms. If you like pictures of puppies, then they notice, oh, he likes puppies. So they will show you more puppies. But if you're in a park, and you're walking around a sunny day park, and there's a puppy, you go, oh, look at the puppy, and you go over to see the puppy. And if you don't like puppies, or not that you don't like them, but if you don't care, whatever, puppy's a dog, who cares, stupid dog. If you're that person, and somebody has, in the parking lot, 4 rows over, two minivans behind, there's a 1970 Hemi Mopar Challenger RT, you will notice that car if you love muscle cars. You won't even notice the puppy. You walk right by the dog. You don't even notice it's there. Now, does that mean the puppy's not there? No. You notice what you love. You notice what you like. You see what you're looking for. That's human beings. If you're in a crowd of 1,000 people and they're all shouting different things and somebody says your name, you're going to notice that because you're programmed to look for what you know, what you're looking for, what you focus on, you get. If whatever room you're in right now, if you look around, and do this if you wish, look around and notice every single thing in the room that's green, everything that's green, all the things that are green. Make a mental list. I want you to count. I want you to come up with at least 10 things in the room around you that are green. Okay? 10 things that are green. All right, got it? 10 things that are green. Now, I want you to list out all of the things that are pink. You probably can't even come up with one because you weren't looking for pink. Maybe you could come up with one. You're certainly not going to come up with 10, and you certainly won't be accurate because we focus on what we focus on, right? That's all that matters. And we filter out all the other stuff because we have to. It's the same thing with auditory. When you're hearing all kinds of different sounds and noises, but you carry on a conversation, how do you not hear all the other stuff? Because your brain, your reticular activating system, just filters the noise out, and you just hear what somebody's talking to you. Now, I have ADHD, so I hear a little more than the average person, but I still have a filter. So the thing is, you have to use this to your advantage. Focus on what you want. Set a dream, set goals, set what it is you want, and make it clear. Like, they call this the law of attraction, and it sounds all like, woo, yeah, I earn $1 million. I'm just going to focus on $1 million and I'll be rich. It doesn't work that way. But if you focus on the life that you want and you design it and you make it clear and you picture how that life would smell and taste and touch and sound and how that life would feel on every different level, and you draw pictures of it, or you cut out pictures of it, you tape them on a board and you focus on it, you put it in a mirror and you look at it every day, your reticular activating system, your brain will start to look for things that will pull that into focus. Your brain will start to look for things that are the solution to that problem you're asking to be solved. And we have to do that right now more than ever. Because the only choice we have right now is how we react to what's going on. We can't change what's going on right now. The government shut my business down yesterday. I can't change that. I have bills to pay and I don't have enough money to pay them. I can't change that. But I can change how I react to that. I can change what it is that I choose to do in response to that. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be focusing on what I can do. And that's what I'm up to. And I recommend you do the same. Focus on what you can do. Don't be helpless about all the things you can't change. Awesome. Have a great day. Life is amazing. Still, right now, today, in spite of all of this. All right. Happy trading.